video, I'll walk you through a few Superwhisper settings that are worth knowing right away. Not just to tweak things, but to get familiar with where everything is so you can shape the app around how you actually work. Honestly, you don't have to change anything to get started, but if you spend a couple of minutes exploring these options now, Superwhisper will feel a lot more natural every time you use it. There are a few different ways to open the settings window. You can get there via the Superwhisper icon in the menu bar. Another way is to click directly on Superwhisper on the dock if you have it there and press Command plus comma. You can also open the settings by right-clicking on the mini recording window and selecting the correct option from the context menu. Let's go to the main configuration tab. This is where your recording shortcuts live. You already set push to talk while onboarding. Remember, that's the press and hold behavior. But here we got two other options to start your dictation: toggle recording and the mouse shortcut. Toggle recording is a classic tap to start, tap to stop. It's great if you want to be hands-free while dictating, and the mouse shortcut lets you start dictation from a mouse button. I can assign the middle button, for example. With this, I don't have to reach for my keyboard anymore. Here's a tip. You can assign push to talk and toggle recording to the same shortcut, so the behavior will depend on how you press it. If you run into trouble registering the second shortcut because it's already assigned to the first action, try pressing and holding the main key first, then adding your modifiers, and that usually does the trick. One keyboard shortcut I haven't mentioned, and it's also worth knowing about, is the cancel one. If you press this on a recording that's under 30 seconds, it cancels immediately. If you cancel after 30 seconds, you'll get a confirmation prompt. This is so you don't lose important dictations. Next, let me tell you a few things about the recording window itself, because this is one of those areas that can completely change how the app feels. Here in the settings, you can choose the classic window or the mini. The classic window shows you the most information. You can see your main shortcuts, you can see your currently active mode, and you can also click on any of this. This classic view is really good for learning the app because you can visually confirm everything that's happening. Mini is a more minimal version. You can do the switch here in settings, but if you are currently recording with a classic window, then you can also do it directly on the window itself. I just have to click over in the corner. I find this faster than having to dive into the configuration of the app. If I want to go back, I can right-click the mini and expand it again. If you do prefer the mini window, there is this extra option to always show. When you enable that, you get a small indicator on your screen. You can hover over it to reveal some actions. You can switch modes, expand to the classic window, or you can also start recording by clicking the button in the center. Having all these interaction options available is very convenient, especially if you are more of a mouse person. By the way, you can also use Superwhisper completely windowless if you select this third option. You can still control everything with your keyboard shortcuts and have visual feedback of the recording state right on your menu bar. In the menu bar, you can also start and stop recordings. You can switch modes, and while you can switch your input device directly on the settings panel, you also got that option here for your convenience. Since I'm talking about audio, let's go to the sound tab. A big recommendation here is activating silence removal. It helps longer recordings process faster, but most importantly, it will reduce the chance of hallucinations or unexpected results. I also like keeping automatic microphone volume enabled as a safety net. Let me go to the configuration tab once more. This time we will go into the advanced settings. Here we got our Autopaste, which is in charge of inserting our dictation into our active app, but just below we got a very handy option for AutoSend. I will enable it and show you how it works. This is great for chat and messaging apps. For example, I'm on the ChatGPT website and I'm dictating. Once I'm done, I will keep Shift pressed down. Superwhisper will paste and press return on a single move. It can really speed up your workflow. And there's one last important thing that I wanted to show you. Since we're here in the advanced settings, here is the folder location where Superwhisper stores everything. By default, it will be in your Documents folder. If you want to keep a backup of your modes, your history, and vocabulary, this is the one folder that you need to save. And that's it. All of these settings should make you feel more comfortable with Superwhisper. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.